Hey Star Wars fans, Jesse back again with another video, and we're going to discuss our Disneyland trip that we took alongside a short review on Galaxy's Edge, what I call Star Wars Land. So go ahead and get ready, buckle up, click that subscribe button to start the show. Okay guys, so our trip to Disneyland was a few days ago and it was really fun. Now there's a lot of rumors saying it wasn't that busy or there's attendance low. Now let's go ahead and think about this. Disneyland for a ticket is $125 to $150. There's families out there that can't afford that. I know there's season pass holders that can go every day, and I see it online, I see it on Instagram, I see on Twitter that they're there almost every day. I really don't care, as long as whatever floats your boat makes you happy. But let's be honest and let's be realistic right now, because we don't live in a fantasy land. We live in a land where there's hardworking parents or single parents that can't afford to take their kids to Disneyland for the summer, or they're trying to do something else. So when Disney says, or there's rumors or anything like that, you know what? Disneyland is still packed from what I seen there a few days ago. There's still a long line for the rides. There are still people everywhere, kids crying, kids, crossing you crisscross, whatever the hell that is. It's always busy. But we have to think about the real reason maybe why there's not a lot of people. Like I said a few minutes ago, there's families out there that can't afford Disneyland. I can't afford the Disneyland. I just can't, because the three of us, that's about $300 and so, or close to $400, and that is out of my range. I cannot pay $400 for three people. Luckily, my friend got me in. Thankful for that. But it's a struggle out there, and there's always rumors, or on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram. There's always people wondering, why is there low attendance? Well, have you guys thought of maybe vacation time's almost over and there's not a lot of people going to these parks? Plus, Star Wars Celebration is in 2020 next year. So a lot of people are saving their money just to go to Disneyland, to go to Star Wars Land Galaxy's Edge, which I think is a piece of crap. And I'll tell you guys why. So there's a lot of people who are maybe trying to save their money to go next year, because it is a tough time right now. The economy is going up and down. The Dow Jones is up and down. I'm losing money on my 401k. You know what? Don't worry about Disneyland. They're always going to be there tomorrow. They're not closing. They're not going to go bankrupt. They're not going to foreclose or anything. Don't worry about attendance. They will be there tomorrow. So if it's packed, it's packed. If it's not, guess what? Who cares? Go the next day. Go some other day. Anyway, so Star Wars Land, I know I said it's crap, and it is. There's nothing original trilogy that I've seen there. There are a few ships. There's the X-Wing, there's the A-Wing, the Millennium Falcon ride, which is really cool. But if you are a diehard Star Wars fan like I am, and you're gonna go there and spend a few hours in Star Wars Land, guess what? You're not gonna be happy. You will probably spend maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours there in Star Wars Land, and there's nothing really to do. There's nothing but shops, and from what I've seen in the shops, there wasn't a lot of people buying anything like as a knickknacks. When I say knickknacks, the dolls, the toys. But a lot of people did have the R2 units that are for $100. In my opinion, anyone can buy whatever the heck they want. It's their money, it's their dough. But to me, to spend $100 on remote control it's a waste of money. Honestly, it is a waste of money. If you're like me, get bored with the R2 unit, maybe a day, 2 days, maybe a week, that toy is not going to be touched. There are people on social media with their toys at home, or it's they're outside again with it. Remember, you're in Instagram, you're on Twitter. It's just you're posting pictures of yourself and having fun, whatever you have that you're showing off. So you got to really, really think about if you really want to buy these R2 units. I know you can mix and match, but if your kid wants one, think about it. $100 can get you gas, food, groceries. So compromise with your kid. Tell them you'll buy them something else, because $100 just to let the robotic droid sit there in the room for the next who knows how long is a really waste of money. But the lightsabers are for $199. Those are really good. Those are really cool, but I'm not sure how durable the blade is. I do have 2 Ultra Sabers and a Kyber lightsaber. I really like those. The blades on them are really cool. They're really durable, especially the Kyber lightsaber. But for the Disneyland blade, I'm not sure how strong it is, how the durability is on it. If I, hit something, or, my son and I were hitting lightsabers with each other, and I'm not sure how strong that blade is. But anyways, those are really cool. I wouldn't mind forking the $199, but then again, how bad do you want this item? Are you gonna let it sit in your room? Are you gonna let it collect dust? Are you gonna hang it on your wall? Display it? It's pick and choose. It's whatever, I guess, what you want. So back to the park. The Star Wars land is, let's say I'm facing the castle right here. It's to the left by Frontierland. Now there's not a lot of people there, and I think they built that Star Wars land in that part is more like a congestion, where it will relieve congestion from the other side of the park, where people are just going around it, maybe to relieve traffic within beyond the castle. Because once you go beyond that castle, oh Lord, there's just a lot of people. I mean, kids, and that's probably why, another reason too, it's empty, because all these kids are all getting on these kiddie rides. Also adults are getting on these rides. So there's nothing that, that go-getter in Star Wars Land to go see, to check it out. Like I said, they have the Falcon ride. The Falcon ride is cool, but once it's gonna get busy, that line is gonna be forever long. It takes you inside a corridor, outside still, into another door, in the outside, back in the inside again, back up into this other room, and it takes you inside, back up, and it brings you around again. And then you go ahead and tell the people how many people you are. There's 6 seats, and then they'll go ahead and give you the pilots, engineer, gunner, and all that. So with that being said, the ride's fun. Devin and I were the engineers, and then later on in the night we went back and we were the pilots. And being pilot, it's really cool. Yes, you can fly the ship, but at certain points it doesn't. I mean, it's just a computer animated, so it's just going. You do move it left and right, but what I noticed is I was trying to move the joystick, and the ship wasn't going. So I'm like, okay, so there's some parts in the ride that it goes on its own. Which is, it's okay. I mean, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not gonna badmouth talk the ride. So everyone gathers in Star Wars Land for the Millennium Falcon ride. If you guys see it on Twitter, Instagram, everyone gathers up there, takes pictures of it, video. I think that's like the big go-getter there, because I call it the middle of the Star Wars Land, but I don't know how middle it is. Everything's still expensive there in Disneyland and Star Wars Land. They wanted a Poe Dameron kid's helmet for $50. Some toys were $25, which honestly, once again, I didn't see kids carrying these toys around inside the park. It was mainly the droid and lightsaber and other Disneyland toys. I didn't see any kids with the Tauntaun, a Wampa, Celsius Crumb. They had, I'm going off trying to remember on the top of my mind. But they had all sorts of oh, the stormtrooper from Rogue One. They had that. I think they had the Wookiees, and then they had the flute from the cantina. There you go. So they had the cantina member flute thing, which was okay, but that was like $20, $25. I'm like, what the hell? This is expensive. But I mean, it. Like I said, if you're saving your money to go to Star Wars Land and expect everything to wow you, it ain't gonna wow you. I'm being dead honest. I am a diehard Star Wars fan. Original trilogy. I love Star Wars as much as the next person. But there is a time where I have to say, enough is enough. Cut the bullshit. Let's take care of Star Wars the way it should be taken care of. I think Disneyland did a big mistake by doing however they wanted, like this. I don't know what kind of cargo city it was, or where the hell where they're trying to place the Falcon in. But it should have been original trilogy style. If not original trilogy style, have stormtroopers, real stormtroopers, snow trooper, Darth Vader, a Darth Maul. I know it's hot, but I know the Kylo Ren was probably sweating up a storm. The First Order stormtroopers were sweating up a storm. They could have done it better. I mean, way better. I'm not into the drinks. I'm not into the blue milk. I don't care for that. I don't care for the bar. To me, it's just wow me. This didn't wow me. It was okay, but if I paid for this and expected something like, whoa, this is Star Wars Land, I would be so disappointed that I wasted my money. But you know, you still have the park open, you still have Disneyland. I think we got on 9 rides that day, so which was really good. It's unheard of to get on 9 rides in one day, including the tram. Maybe that's what, 11 rides? You know, count that as a ride. But like I said, next year in January, the First Order ride's gonna open up. Oh, and one more thing. There's rumor where Toys Land or something might take over Star Wars Land. It's BS. Don't even believe it. It's false. Just because Disneyland's making so much money on these droids, lightsabers, the food, and the Falcon is a big prominent display right there, so people can go ahead and take pictures. And January comes is a new ride. So it's crazy for Disneyland to go ahead and close it and change it. Especially with Star Wars Celebration next year, 2020, coming to Anaheim again. I'll be there. Look for me. We'll collaborate. Anyway, Star Wars rules. So I doubt Disneyland's going to close it. They just need something there to get the people in, the wow factor. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's an okay area, but I don't think I can go back to that place. I mean, right? Get on the Falcon ride, yes. But everything else, I will skip by. I don't care for the shops. I don't care for the food there. I don't care for the blue milk. It's maybe old school. I'm old school. All right, guys. So go ahead and like, click, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm Jesse, and that was my review on Star Wars Land: Galaxy's Edge. Hope you guys find this informationable, whatever the hell you want to say it. I'm just tired. I'm hungry. I want to go to sleep. Anyways, Star Wars rules, original trilogy. Peace.